All right, you will want to pay attention to this next segment. You may even want to record, clip, save it, because Donald Trump has another renovation idea. And no, it is not the arch blocking Arlington National Cemetery. And no, it's not more Cheesecake Factory decor for the Oval Office or Rose Garden. But it could very easily become the next reflecting pool level renovation debacle. Trump's latest big idea is for the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, EEOB for short, which is this beautiful building right next to the West Wing, as you see in this picture. It's gray because granite is gray. At least the granite used in this building. Trump thinks it should be white, and so he wants to paint it. Here is the headline of the article in The Atlantic warning against this particular Trump renovation idea. Do not paint granite. Yes, exclamation point there. There wasn't a headline like that before Trump got the idea to have a pool guy turn the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool swimming pool blue. But as our next guest explains, we don't have to wait to test Trump's big new reno idea. We know right now it will not work. Joining us now is Dorothy Robin, former Commissioner of Public Buildings at the General Services Administration and a former Deputy Undersecretary of Defense for Installations and Environment. Dorothy, that's a big title that I just laid out there, and I'm sure most of our audience, may not have heard of this role, this job before. So before I dive in here, can you just tell me a bit about what you did in that role?
Yeah, well, let me first say that I spent 8 years in that gorgeous building as a member of President Clinton's White House economic team. And I pinched myself every day that I worked in the OEOB, as we called it then, the old executive office building. That was Clinton. In the Obama administration, in the Pentagon, I oversaw military bases and all the related energy and environmental issues. So military bases all over the world. And then I was tapped to come to GSA. They'd had some problems, and I became, for a fairly brief period of time, the public building commissioner. So the person at GSA who oversees all federal buildings and leased space. And the EEOB is the crown jewel in GSA's building portfolio. It is a spectacular building. And so it was just a joy to be able to oversee this building that I had an office in for 8 years.
So tell me, why is it not the best idea to just get out there and paint it white?
Well, first off, there's two reasons. The first is aesthetic and historic. This is a national historic landmark. This building, EEOB, is the fourth most important building in Washington, D.C., next to the White House, the Supreme Court, and the Capitol. It was built to house the State Department, the War Department, and the Navy. It was built right after the Civil War. And at the time, those three agencies, together with Treasury, which had its building on the other side of the White House, that represented the entire executive branch of the federal government. And those agencies were there for decades. It has an amazing history. Two international conflicts were announced, 1,000 treaties signed during the time the State Department was there. 5 presidents worked in that building before they became president. I mean, the history is just incredible. So granite is a testament to granite. The architect, Alfred Mullett, actually sourced the granite from 2 different quarries, one in Virginia, one in Maine, so that he could achieve a particular aesthetic effect and highlight the features of the building. It's a very exuberant design. It's a French Second Empire design that Mullett thought captured the enormous optimism of the mood of America after the Civil War. Not everyone has liked it, but it is a study in gray granite, gray purple granite.
Why can't you
so
paint
that's
it?
the first reason. I'm sorry.
Why can't you just paint it? If you're Trump and you no longer want it to be gray, why isn't that a good idea?
So this gets to the do not paint granite. Granite is very smooth. It is not porous. It doesn't hold paint. Granite is an expensive facade. It's used on the Library of Congress, Old Post Office, other iconic buildings. You don't have to do it. You have to do very little to maintain it. But if you make the mistake of painting, first you have to rough up the building to get it to take paint because it's non-porous. And then the paint traps moisture, and that leads to the deterioration of the building. So it destroys the stone. And then once you've painted it, you have to continue painting it every 5 to 7 years. So it's like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. By the time you get done painting one end, it's time to start at the other end.